Hello students, I hope you have gone through the earlier video where we have revised all the normal forms. So let's start with the practice problems. Suppose I am given a relation R with the attributes A, B, C, D, E, F, and these are the set of functional dependencies given to me: A to B, C, D, E, F, B, C to A, D, E, F, D, E, F to A, B, C. To find out the normal form of a relation, we will always start with BCNF, the innermost normal form. Because if a relation is BCNF, then it will definitely follow the definitions of all other normal forms. So we will start with BCNF. If it is not in BCNF, then we will check for 3NF. If it is not in 3NF, then we will check for 2NF and so on. So let's start with this. According to the definition of my BCNF, the left side of all the functional dependencies in a relation should be the candidate key or the super key. So let's check. Because candidate key is not given to me, I have to find out the candidate key. So let's start with this. Is A my candidate key? If you can see, A is definitely dependent on itself, and we are given through this functional dependency that B, C, D, E and F, all these attributes can be determined by A, as they are dependent on A. It means that A is the candidate key. Now next, B, C to A, D, E, F. B, C can definitely determine themselves, right? Using B, C you can determine the attributes B, C, and we are given that A, D, E, F. A, D, E, F, they are dependent on B, C. It means they can be determined, they can be retrieved if I know B, C, right? So it means B, C is also the candidate key. Similarly, D, E, F. D, E, F is also the candidate key. As you can see that D, E, F can definitely be find out using them, and A, B and C, they are dependent on D, E, F. It means we have these three candidate keys for our relation R. Now if we go by the definition of 3NF, A is the left side of my first functional dependency is the candidate key. BC, the left side of my second functional dependency, is also candidate key. DEF, the left side of my third functional dependency, is also candidate key. It means these all three functional dependencies, they are supporting the definition of my BCNF. So we can say that relation R is in BCNF. Now next, check the next example. Suppose I am having a relation R with ABC, AB to C and C to A. Now these are the two dependencies given to me. If you can see, AB will be the candidate key because AB can be determined by them using itself, and C is dependent on AB. But C is not the candidate key because A is dependent on C. But if I know C, I cannot find out B. It means the attribute B cannot be determined using C, right? So these are only AB is my candidate key. Now according to definition of BCNF, left side should be candidate key. First functional dependency, it is holding for the definition of BCNF, but second functional dependency is violating my definition of BCNF. So now let's check the next normal form, that is my 3NF. According to 3NF, either the left side should be candidate key or the right side should be a prime attribute. Now AB to C is already in BCNF, it means it is in 3NF as well. Now C to A, C is not the candidate key but A is the prime attribute. That was the definition of 3NF, that if the right side of the functional dependency is the prime attribute, then we can say that relation is in 3NF. Now you can see AB to C is in 3NF because AB is candidate key. C to A is in 3NF because A is prime attribute. When your relation is in 3NF, it is automatically in 2NF and 1NF. So we will say that our relation R ABC here is not in BCNF but in 3NF. Now the last example, we are having R with A, B, C, D, E, and these are the dependencies given to me: A to B, B to E and C to D. let's start with this. If I find out the candidate key, A is not the candidate key because using A I can determine A itself, I can determine B, I can determine E. Because E is dependent on B, B is dependent on A, means E is dependent on A. That is why in the closure, this plus sign is denoting the closure. A plus is giving only A, B and E. Using B, only the attribute E is dependent on B, so we will say B and E. For C, only the attribute C and D. For E, only the attribute E. For D, only the attribute D. You can see AC is the candidate key. Suppose if I add A using the augmentation rule of Armstrong to C to D, if I add A on both the sides of my this third functional dependency, it will become AC to AD, right? AC to AD. I know AC will be having A and C. If I add C this side on the first functional dependency, C this side and C this side, it means that B is dependent on AC. B is dependent on AC if I add C on both sides of first functional dependency, right? B is dependent on AC, E is already dependent on B, so E will be dependent on AC. If I add A to C to D, it will become AC to AD. It means D is also dependent on AC. In short, by applying all the Armstrong axioms, I can conclude that AC is the candidate key. So now let's start with the normal forms. BCNF. According to BCNF, left side should be candidate key for all the functional dependencies. A is not the candidate key, B is not the candidate key, and C is also not the candidate key. In short, all the three functional dependencies, they are violating the definition of BCNF. Now let's check for 3NF. According to definition of 3NF, either left side should be candidate key or right side should be prime attribute. A to B, neither the left side is candidate key nor the right side is prime attribute. B to E, neither the left side is candidate key nor the right side is prime attribute. C to D, neither the left side is candidate key nor the right side is prime attribute. It means all these three functional dependencies, they are violating the definition of 3NF as well. Now next check for 2NF. According to 2NF, no non-prime attribute should not be dependent on any subset of candidate key. But you can see B is a non-prime attribute that is dependent on A, which is a subset of candidate key. AC is my candidate key, A is a subset of AC, and B, a non-prime attribute, is dependent on A. It means this is a partial dependency, A to B. Similarly, C to D is a partial dependency. D, a prime attribute, is dependent on C, a subset of candidate key. So if I am having partial dependency, it means my relation cannot be in second normal form. Then because we are not having any values here, we can directly say that our relation is in 1NF. You can see this because subset of candidate key is determining a non-prime attribute. So our relation is not in 2NF. So finally our relation is in first normal form. I hope you understood this. If you have any problem, then you can ask me anytime. Okay. Thank you, class.